You know that moment when you put your hand into your toiletry bag and you feel it? The liquid yuck that has gotten everywhere because some liquid you packed exploded in your bag? What if I told you that you can learn how to pack your liquids so that you'll never be scared to open your toiletry bag again? All right, we're gonna start off with a super quick physics lesson because this is the number one reason your liquids are leaking. And it's actually a 3-part problem. So part 1, pressure changes. As a plane climbs in the air, the pressure drops, which makes air expand. That means any air trapped inside your containers also expands. Which brings us to part 2, overfilling your containers. Most people fill that shampoo or conditioner bottle all the way up. And when you do that, the expanding air has nowhere to go. Which brings us to part 3, using cheap containers. When an overfilled bottle with trapped air that is expanding and has nowhere to go meets a container with weak seams or a poorly attached lid, you've got yourself a mess. All right, so let's break down how you can never have this happen again. We're moving past the basics everyone already knows, like the 3.4 ounce limits. But if you do need that foundation, check out my TSA rules video right here. But if you want the system that actually prevents leaks, tip number 3 is the game changer. All right, so you already know tip number 1, that cheap containers are a no-go. Whether your containers are hard or soft, that doesn't really matter. The quality does. And you want ones with a wide opening to make them easy to fill, and a screw top and a tight-fitting flip lid. Tip number 2, leave roughly a quarter of your bottle empty. That air gap will absorb the pressure changes. So basically, if your bottle feels firm at home, stop, it's too full. Empty out about a quarter of the contents and then try to squeeze out excess air before sealing. Okay, now for the game changer, tip number 3. You gotta stop trusting your cap to do all the hard work by itself. You need to install a fail-safe to be super sure those liquids are not going anywhere. And the number 1 best action is to put saran wrap over the top. Then you screw the bottle cap on, and that extra barrier makes a huge difference. If you don't have saran wrap, or you just get tired of cutting it up to do this, you can also use a snack-sized Ziploc baggie. You just open it up, put it over the bottle's opening, and then screw on the lid. This is where having a quality bottle with a solid screw top makes all the difference. So make sure it's on good and tight. But wait, you're not actually done yet. You're still missing one more important step, which is the epitome of the backup plan. Tip number 4, each bottle gets its own snack-sized Ziploc bag that it gets zipped into. This way, should the unimaginable happen and you get a leak, the mess is completely contained in this single bag. Your hands stay clean and the rest of your bag stays nice and dry. All right, so this is now your plan for all of your liquids, whether it's a silicone bottle or a small pot you fill with your face cream. But now let's talk TSA. If you're flying domestically within the US, you're unlikely to be asked to remove your liquids. But we plan for the stricter scenario. So tip number 5 is to put a quart-sized Ziploc freezer bag in the bottom of your toiletry bag. This way, if TSA says anything, all you have to do is pop your stuff into the bag and keep it moving. And when you're filling your toiletry bag, try to keep it to just liquids. Anything else that's a non-liquid, you want to keep in a separate bag. And if you want to eliminate that leak risk entirely, upgrade your routines to solids. So I've tested Kitsch's solid shampoo, conditioner, body wash, and shave cream, and they perform beautifully. You are not settling by switching to these. In fact, I used it today. And once most of your routine is solid, your liquid bag shrinks dramatically. You have fewer leak points, fewer TSA variables, and really just less friction overall. All right, that's how to pack liquids the stress-free, leak-free way. And for our visual learners, here's the recap rundown. 1, use quality containers. 2, leave 20 to 25% empty. 3, add plastic seal. 4, individually bag. 5, keep your quart Ziploc backup. And 6, upgrade to solids. All right, that's how to pack liquids the stress-free, leak-free way. No surprises, no sticky disasters, just a system that works. And if you want new tips every week, subscribe to Lux Global Living. We'll see you next time.